Hi, I'm going to read a couple of poems. The first one is called Eve. Her form lurks in the kitchen, an ancient body politic. The gently rounded shoulders, the sharply angled waist, precisely chiselled dimples set in marble perfect elbows, all curves and lines and paleness, oppressively arranged and wielded like an iron sword placed in a muse's hand. She'd rip the world apart with an assault of female flesh, if only someone showed her where to make the cut. But she, Madame Bovary, Lady of Shalott, racing down the current, knows not, knows not, knows not. Sometimes I wake to gushing sounds as water from her dredged-up lungs seeps underneath my door. It saturates my shoes, and so she's with me everywhere I go. I don't sit still all day because I cannot get them dry. I think my friends have noticed that I cannot get them dry. That said, I tread so carefully now, squelching shoes be damned. She casts herself impartially, like moonlight with a disregard for where her cold beams land. We've had to hide the kitchen knives as if she were a baby. Now and then she pierces me. This is to be expected. I'm learning slowly, hole by hole, to live a perforated life, to be a shaker for her salt, and sprinkle her tears on the whole wide world. I wasn't sure about reading this next one. I wrote it quite a long time ago, mostly for my own personal amusement, but my friends convinced me to give it a go. So it's called Witnessed at an English lecture, 21st November, so this is last year. It goes a bit like this. Probably an awful girlfriend, wrote the boy in the grey beanie hat, revisiting female poet. You're annoyed, aren't you, I thought, as I peered over his shoulder at his manly lecture notes, the product of his manly satirical mind, unwritten by his entitled manly hand, because everyone knows only men can be witty. In fact, how dare she stand up there poking fun at society, and all those plainly necessary demands it places on women to make them good girlfriends? You're probably upset because she's so hot, and you don't like the thought of fuckable women transcribing their bodies into poems about periods, vulvas, and the trials of growing up, all of which can be cleverly explained in the allegory of homemaking. No wonder your next line reads, I'll never eat a cupcake again. But please, don't think I presume to make you stop writing your snide remarks about successful female poets. If it was me at that podium, I wouldn't give a fuck if some teenage loser thought he could reduce me to a mere possibility for bringing about his own gratification. In fact, I think I'd look down at you and laugh, because after all, who'd want to date your sorry ass? And this last one is called Half-Life. We watch the stars as, one by one, the sighing breath of years to come went sweeping through the twinkling sky and silently extinguished them. Now what's behind and what's before disintegrates in little flakes that flutter dead as autumn leaves, softly brushing against our cheeks. I cling to you, you cling to me, as all around cold light creeps in. Beyond us lies the precipice, persistently it beckons us. But while I still have strength to clutch your warmth against my pounding heart, there's nothing can exist but us. In this half-life we've made our nest, although we know it cannot last. And I can't turn the stars back on, however hard I reach for them. I can't push back the tide of time no more than I can call you mine. Thanks.